Okay, welcome everyone. I want to do this different type of video. I want to show you what happens in my brain basically when I read price during live market conditions and look for potential setups. Okay, so we have this trend line right here, and we're looking at today's Sunday. No replay buttons being pressed. Time is a little bit past 1, and the time matches on my computer also, so you can see everything is real time. We're looking at Bitcoin, an asset class that I don't really like trading. I just observe it. But just to show you that a lot of people want to really get into crypto trading, that a lot of things that Michael talks about, they do work in crypto too. The only thing is that the price delivery is not as refined in crypto as it is in Forex, let's say, or index futures. And that's why I don't really trade it either that much. I think I've had like only, in the last year, I only took like maybe 4 trades on crypto when it was very clean, that's it. And most brokers have wide spreads on crypto. I only have one broker has low spread for scalping. Anyway, so this high was broken, and I think this high is important because price are retracing, took out this low and this low, and we have a trend line. So that's liquidity. I think price should drop below this trend line. And we are in a premium market right now. If we look from this, I always mix this up. So let's say here, we are actually right at a premium. You can see from this swing high to this swing low. I think we should see lower prices. If we go on a 5-minute chart, you see that we have an imbalance right here, and we have an imbalance right here. So this was also a noteworthy imbalance. I would just have it here. You can see a lot of price action happen here, so I would just have it in my mind. So this looks good. Again, I'm looking for potential shorts. Okay. So this looks too clean, this high and this high. So what I'm thinking is maybe price can just spike one more time inside that imbalance and then sell off. Just to take out these highs inside the 5-minute imbalance and go lower. Let's see if we can get that. You can see that this imbalance I outlined was very important. There's a lot of price action here. And you could potentially, this was actually a short trade, like one imbalance here, overlapping based on what I showed you here, based on what I showed you on my YouTube channel, the inception model. This was a scalp. Overlapping fair value gaps. Yep. Those were a few scalps if you have a tight spread broker here and here. Well, definitely here at least you would be take some partials below this low and move your stop to break even. Well, again, this is inside, so whatever. We are talking about something that's happening right now. Let's see. I'm not convinced yet that we want to just drop because these highs are just too clean. I would like them to be traded through and then price. I want price to go lower after that. Let's see if we can get it. Again, this is just me trading on an asset class that I don't really have much experience in, but the same logic applies. Let me zoom in a little bit. Did we break this high? Actually, I don't think we did. So the high on this candle to 49.72, 49. Oh, it did actually buy a little bit. Okay, it's hard to see, but and you can see the high on this candle went up by a few cents, but still not enough. So yeah, I would like to see a reaction higher and then a potential drop. And that would be your potential short above this area. Let's see if we can get that. Again, I'm not gonna trade it. This is just a hypothetical trade, reading price action live. I'm actually taking a break from trading until June. And also the audio quality should be much better in this video, because I finally per popular request I got a microphone, because previously I was just recording using my laptop, my laptop speakers and microphone, so should be much better. Anyway, let's see what we get. All right. It depends on how we reject this imbalance. Looks like we could potentially just not revisit this area. Let's see. Yeah, this is why I said price action on crypto is not as refined. If this was, let's say, Forex, I would like it to spike just above and then go lower. Let's see. But again, if we don't get that, we just look for confirmations that price indeed wants to turn around. Let me see how it looks on the 5-minute chart. Okay. So maybe this spike was enough, because it did trade above this high. Maybe this spike was indeed enough. And let's see if we can get some kind of a retracement, because this looks actually good. This pretty strong move down. This looks good, rejecting this imbalance. And if this high was if this candle closed at least spiked a little bit above, then I would consider this as a potential short here. But because it like barely touched it, I was hoping to see higher prices and then drop. Let's see what we get. Let's see if we can get some kind of a retracement back inside of the slower imbalance. So I don't want to chase price. You just wait. If it just keeps rolling over and drops without going into the imbalance, then it's just a missed opportunity. Just didn't really complete the trade idea did not meet our criteria. Okay, let's see if price now can come back inside the imbalance, and then if it does, it'll be a hypothetical short. And I feel like price doesn't want to come up above those highs. Based on what I'm seeing here. Okay, let's see. All right, this will be a hypothetical short. Let's say it's not gonna be, yeah, whatever. Let's just say here, and your stop should be enough. Yes. I think we don't need to revisit them. So see how I'm kind of on the go, I'm switching ideas. I mean, I'm still bearish, but I'm looking at price, I was anticipating price to go above this area, but based on what it did here and how it rejected this candle here, this imbalance, I don't think we need to. And the fact that this candle was indeed a little bit higher than this one, just hard to see. I think, again, we should see lower prices, and this is not even, well, this is not going to be the best entry, but this is an entry that you can work with. And just to show you that we can get a pretty good risk reward on this one too, even if we just short here. So I think we could potentially go to this trend line, but that I don't know, because I'm not really experienced in trading this asset class. I don't know how long it might take if we're gonna get there, but we have relative equal lows here. And I think it's important because even though this wick right here went below this low, it just, tagged it by a tiny bit. So this is, to me, is still relative equal lows. Where I think price is going to want to drop below this area. So I do like what I'm seeing here. We also have this bullish candle, which is basically your order block. And let's see if this will be with the current stop loss. This will be a nice 4.4 risk to reward trade. That's very good. It would make sense to take partials maybe around when price gets inside this imbalance around 2 to 1, or at least move your stop loss to break even. That's what I would do as a scalper, as a short-term trader. That's what I would do, and then I would take some portion of it off and then let it ride. Okay, so let's put this back here. I like what I'm seeing. Okay, so far so good. We do have also engineered liquidity in forms of another 1 minute short-term lows. Let's see. So hopefully, guys, this is again helpful, maybe even more helpful than just watching my live trade recordings, because again, I'm talking kind of to myself, but I'm really talking to you, trying to explain what happens in my brain, how on the fly I'm changing certain I'm adapting to the market, so to speak. Again, I'm not changing my bias, right? I didn't want to go long and then all of a sudden I'm going short. No, I'm still bearish, but based on the market, what the market gives me, based on the current price action, I'm adjusting as to when do I want to enter a certain setup. And again, this is a completely different asset class, so just to show you that it works in crypto too. Everything Michael teaches, man, it's seriously, we are incredibly blessed. A lot of people don't understand fully how blessed we are that we have this kind of information. It's just a matter of the person to actually go and start using it, applying it, and building up experience. All right, this is good. You can see that the 1 minute lows were taken. This is good. Yeah, it's not going to happen overnight. You have to sacrifice, you have to go through certain periods of suffering, and maybe, man, I wanted to quit so many times. I don't even know, seriously. After blowing accounts, after I lost my very first funded account, I wanted to quit also. Well, actually, no, I didn't want to quit, but I wanted to. Let's say I was very upset. And I only lost it again because I violated the daily drawdown because of greed. I was actually in pretty big profits. I did not close them, and well, again, then the trade turned around and I lost my funded account. So yeah, and but before that, I wanted to quit many times, and it's really a matter of, if you don't quit, if you keep going, if you keep applying, man, the 2022 mentorship is really golden. If you think about it, there's so many ways to trade it, really. Just based on ICT's model, there's a lot of ways you can refine it or tweak it based on your personality. So many things, and hopefully the Inception model that I'm sharing with you guys on this channel is also, some of you will find it useful. And again, price and time are fractals. So if you can't trade the 1 minute chart, you can trade the maybe 1 hour chart and just go down to a 50-minute chart, refine it, and place a trade, and check every few hours or so how it's performing. But everything that's working on the 1 minute chart is going to work on the daily or 15-minute chart in any time frame. So you can scale it however you want. Just the beauty of being a short-term trader is that there's so many opportunities on the 1 minute chart that I can literally go for my 2-3 hour trades several times a day. That's how I can quickly build up accounts without even using huge risk, because I can literally be, 3-4 trades a day, 2-3, yeah. All right, so what I'm seeing here is good, right? I like this drop. Again, I really hope this will be beneficial for you guys. Let's see how the 5-minute chart looks like. Again, hypothetical trade. I'm not trading it, not even on the demo account. I'm just, I'm relaxing until June. But I'm still trying to give some kind of content that will benefit. Even if just one person sees something that he hasn't seen before, after watching my videos, and I'll be happy. Because when I was coming up, I didn't really have this type of content available. I had to put things together. I had to really listen to what Michael says, kind of read between the lines, and I found a model. I found several models that work for me, and yeah. All right, let's see. I don't want to see price retrace higher too much. I just want it to roll over. We're already, what is it, 18 minutes since we started talking about this? Okay. Notice also that basically what we're doing now is just building another pool of liquidity, relative equal lows. Let me maybe move this around. And so far so good. We really had only, what, from our hypothetical entry, 202, 20, so $21 in drawdown. That's pretty good. Right? And again, I did not want to have in such a tight stop. I could have put it here, but I just wanted, because first it's crypto, it's an asset class that again price action is delivered not as pristine as in other asset classes, and I just wanted to allow myself for the possibility of being wrong, that price might want to spike again and then reverse. So I had to stop my stop. Where's my original stop? Right here, right? Okay. Let's see. Again, we are basically selling, we're shorting at a premium market, right? Yes. Premium market. And notice how this imbalance is basically right at the equilibrium, and this is why we had a lot of price action here. This was very nice, again, for maybe a scalp here or like here. And again, if you have a tight spread broker, maybe if I was seeing this live, if I wanted to trade crypto, you can absolutely maybe take partials below this lows and then you just get stopped out, so you still make a little bit of money. But because this imbalance was pretty much at equilibrium, it's still an area where price, well, that's why price really came back to the premium, because to this imbalance right here. But the probability of a trades here are obviously lower. But once you get better with reading price, I mean, I would personally, again, this is a nested imbalance. I would take, and this is really the nested imbalance pretty much, right? Here, and even here. So price did in fact trade in it, and so nice reaction. If you sold this, at least put your stop loss at break even after it takes out this low. Maybe this trade just took you out break even, but this trade, let's say you enter here also, I would take partials just because we have a low and two lows here violated. So I would take partials here, somewhere around here, and then also get stopped out. Again, just kind of talking to myself, but really trying to explain to everybody my thought process. Alright, this is looking good. And like I said, price did not trace much and started dropping. Let's see if we can keep the momentum going. Oh, this might be a long video. Yeah, 22 minutes already. Well, you can always speed it up a little bit. Maybe at 1.25 should be fine. I don't think I speak too quickly, so you should be able to understand. And especially now with a better microphone, should be good. So where's our, so maybe around here, I would put my stop at break even. Not yet, not yet. And take a hypothetical partial profit. Let's see. Again, everything is done in real time. This is the time on TradingView, May 15. See, it all matches. Well, there's really few seconds difference. See, I'm a few seconds away in the future, so there you go. You caught me. I am a scammer. I'm from the future, and that's how I know what price is going to do. Okay, I like this. this lipstick here. Yeah, I think this video will be a good foundation to start a playlist of something like being inside the Red Pill's mind. This is really how you can learn. Especially if you want to be a short-term trader. Okay, I think we should see some move lower soon. So we've been just consolidating right at that imbalance. Okay. This is good. So we are at right now what? A hypothetical 1.6. So this is where I can put my stop at break even. So this is already a risk-free trade. Well, I mean, by break even, I mean you can put it like a few points in profit. Really. So let's see. So regardless, this is a break-even trade. I mean a risk-free trade, regardless of what happens. But I do want to see some. I don't think I'm gonna wait for, for price. I'm not gonna record all this way because it's definitely taking a lot of time. I don't want to wait for price to. I'm not gonna record until price gets here, if in fact it gets here. I just want to hopefully see price going lower, and then I'll stop the recording if we get a hypothetical partial, and then by the time I publish this video, maybe I'll publish it on Monday. Definitely, price is going to move. It will either take me out, or it will in fact go lower, and you can see for yourself what happened. So in the worst case scenario, I think we should be, this trade will be, again, it's a risk-free trade, and we should get a partial and hypothetically pay ourselves something out of this. So yeah, also another point I think important is just don't disregard partial profits. Yes, technically, if you take partials, your risk to reward goes lower. But again, you're in the business of making money. You're not here to impress anyone. You want to make money for yourself. Taking partials, man, by the end of the week and even by the end of the month, if you have trades that hit your break even, but you took even a small portion off, paid yourself, it all adds up. It all adds up. So pay yourself. You can make money by being wrong. That's the idea. You don't have to, not every trade will go exactly as you want it to be. But you can be profitable by being wrong. That's a paradigm shift. Again, by taking partials. Again, at this point, the trade is risk-free, so I really wanted to drop a little lower. It's taking longer than I would have liked, but again, this is crypto, so let's see. Again, by taking partials, man, it really helps a lot. By the end of the month, especially, we'll see how many trades stop you at break even, but you took something off, paid yourself. It's nice. Let me see how this looks on the 30-minute chart. Okay. again, it makes sense to anticipate there will be price action, a lot of price action in this area because of this imbalance, and we're literally at the equilibrium pretty much. So yeah, this is a little bit annoying. This could have just dropped a bit more. I said, okay, this is where I would take partials, but we can see some kind of a retracement. Yeah, I'm definitely not going on a 30-second chart. It's not needed. So yeah, that's our Sunday trading on crypto. But to be honest, if you are good, if you really understand, at some point when you find a model that works for you, and you can make the majority of your money in trading forex or index futures throughout the week, there's really no reason for you to be trading crypto. You want to have rest from the markets. You need that mental break just to recharge and have a clear mind. It's very, very important. That's another reason I don't really trade crypto, because I just don't want to look at it on the weekend. I want to, relax and do other things. So yeah, this price action is a little bit ugly to me. A little bit ugly. Well, let's see. This video is already half an hour long, so I want to I'm hoping for price to just drop to where I have my partial profit, so I can just stop recording and then we'll see what happens afterwards. And I want to publish this video on Monday, but this time definitely, I'm either I'm right, price goes lower, or price takes me out on this hypothetical trade. Okay, what do we have here? Another relative equal lows. Now this is actually good. Okay, let's drop more. That's annoying. All right, good, awesome. So okay, so right here, this would be, I think that's the 2R, right? So right here, just pay yourself. Pay right here, 2R, take something off, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. This is good. Okay, so the idea is to go below these lows and potentially go even lower to hit this trend line. Right? Let's see. But even if it goes like here, eventually this will be a great trade just to cash out completely. So already, if you were in actually trading this with live funds, this would be just a nice little something on a Sunday. If you're bored and have nothing else to do, if you want to trade, you paid yourself, and who cares what happens next? You paid yourself. I call it grocery money. Depending on your position size, of course, and what you do, but taking partials, yeah, why not? So at this moment, I'm going to stop the recording because we've been already over half an hour long. It's 35 minutes. And you can always check what happened afterwards in the market. Let's see. But I really hope this was beneficial for you to kind of be inside my mind and see what is it that I'm looking for, what defines a good trade for me. And yeah, I'll see if I can do more of these going forward, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Take care.